Hey everyone, today we are reviewing Going Under. Bib. That's a joke with the game. Anyway, so this is a roguelike from Aggro Crab. It's their very first game, being published by Team 17, so got some power there. And what a incredible journey this was. So if you can't tell just by looking at it, extremely unique art style and visual representation, and boy is it deceiving. All the gameplay you're going to see is from the early parts of the game. I don't want to spoil a whole lot. I am going to show one boss battle at the end, but what you're going to see is definitely not a representation of just how difficult this gets. So basically what this game is, you are an unpaid intern, Jackie, who is supposed to be working as a marketing intern, but instead your boss tells you to go down into these dungeons and beat these monsters up and take ancient business relics. It is that ridiculous the whole time through. Sometimes you get pogo sticks to jump on. Sometimes you get a sticky hand to slap people with. Sometimes you just gotta use a stapler and shoot staples at people. It is an absolutely ridiculous game. If you're familiar with a lot of roguelike mechanics, be pretty comfortable here. You go into a dungeon, you basically have one life, you have power-ups you can pick up to alter the gameplay. This reminds me a lot of Risk of Rain as far as kind of how the loop is. Gameplay-wise is definitely different. This is a lot more methodical paced. And instead of the fast, rapid craziness that is Risk of Rain 2, although later in this game it does get very wild. So I do have to say I thoroughly enjoyed playing this game right out of the gate here. It was a pleasure to grow with all the characters that you get to involve yourself with. They're all fantastic. Swamp is my new surname, I think I'm going to change to, and it just exudes character and style. They've really committed to making this like a really secret hardcore roguelike that a lot of people are probably just going to skip over because it doesn't look at all like what or how difficult the game ends up being. I mean, you're using things like a broom and a battle fan and a rock to fight random stuff. There are 3 different dungeons you can go down. You can go down Joblin, Winky Dink, and Styx Coin, and they're all plays off of real life stuff. And if you've ever worked in a business environment and that kind of tries to focus on their people but really struggles to do that, you're gonna love the story with that, with Going Under. There's so many lines and conversations that happen that I've actually had myself, and it's hysterical to actually go, my God, that's so true. Everybody says these things, but nobody actually does anything about it. And about halfway through the game, you learn some stuff, and things get a little bit flipped on their head. It's not, completely out of nowhere, but it's fairly out of nowhere. And then a lot of stuff changes, and the game gets a lot harder at that point. Throughout your journey, you're going to find so much stuff to use. There's legendary items. Of course, you have all the power-ups you can pick up. These can be anywhere from what you can see now as a saw blade going around you called Unapproachable, which damages anything around that comes near, up to, I can't remember what it's called, but you get really big upper bodies, so now people respect you is what it says. It's just a lot of hilarious mechanics, but they all significantly change how the game is played. As I reach the end of the game, like I said, it does get a lot harder. It actually warns you and says it's going to get twice as hard. I kind of shrugged it off at first and then immediately regretted that, because it definitely gets a lot harder the second time through, and definitely encourages you to go back in with multiple runs so you can level up the power-ups. If you use power-ups enough, you can start with them at the beginning of your run, which is cool. And every power-up has the ability to do that. And then in addition to that, there are quests that your coworkers are going to give you that if you do the quests for them, they can become mentors, which then give you different stuff, like Swamp will try to steal stuff from a store for you, or you'll get discounts from stuff with Tappy or whatever. There's a lot of stuff that, to experience here. Some of the gameplay mechanics don't work great all the time. I did get pretty frustrated and actually rage quit and had to stop for a few hours when I got to the very end of the game. But I came back in, I sucked it up, I did it again. There's just some things that don't quite mesh quite right. But that's okay, because it's all in good fun. That's part of the game. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and yet it does at the same time. It's very weird. A lot of corresponding things here in the game. I loved it. I definitely recommend it to anybody who wants to try it. It is on Xbox Game Pass, so if you are interested in it, you can try it there for an easy in. Just don't underestimate this game. Enjoy every moment of it. It's definitely a blast. So yeah, that's basically my impressions of the game. If you like this video, if you like reviews, please like the video, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Please tell a friend. Come back next Thursday for another game review. And until next time, take care.